Ross, 1-0 defeat here against Radcliffe. I imagine the word to describe that is frustrating.
Yeah, disappointed, very disappointed. Frustration is yeah, it's up there. I thought we were not at the races early enough in the game. I think their goal is a really poor bit of defending from us. Um, really different messages because last couple of games have been really good defensively. But you switch off and you look a bit leggy at times, and it costs you. That was defensively. Other than that, I don't think it really caused us too many problems. If I'm being brutally honest, but we had a lot of possession. I think we had a 60% possession, but we just couldn't find the answer to get a shot on goal. We lacked real urgency today, all over the pitch. Yeah, we needed to take more responsibility. We needed to move the ball quicker first half. Second half, we end up getting a bit frustrated with ourselves because we were moving the ball, but then giving it away cheaply. But yeah, really frustrating because I thought that they were there to score against. I thought they were dropping deeper and deeper. They were sitting in their half and camped in their half for long periods. But we need people to stand up and take responsibility of the ball and move it and demand more from others. So yeah, we needed a few more voices out there to get hold of each other because we weren't particularly playing bad, but we needed more to go and affect the goalie. So I think we had 4 shots, but 2 of them are quite feeble. So yeah, really disappointed if I'm being honest because we come up in really good spirits, but the goal we conceded is so soft. And we addressed it in the changing room. We've done so many defensive meetings and good basics and working hard, and the boys have done it well recently. But it just shows if you're not at it and you switch off for a second, it can cost a goal. So yeah, really frustrated with that.
What did you say to him at full time?
Exactly what I've just said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to make it glamorous. The performance was average. We didn't play bad, but we needed to do a lot more. We needed to get the switch of play quicker. We were too slow with it. We're too slow at the back. We needed to move the ball a lot quicker. But yeah, we didn't affect the goalie enough for the possession we had. So their shape was okay. They worked hard, but there's definitely areas of the game where we thought, well, a couple of their players are blowing, a couple of them are stretching. Let's go for them now. But we didn't. I don't think anyone took the responsibility to get that going on the pitch. So yeah, the boys know that they can do better. They're frustrated, but it's too late to be frustrated after a game. You've got 90 minutes to go and affect someone, so we've missed a trick today.
Yeah, you made. We just spoke about it off camera actually. Because it kind of looked from the stands, it was just a little bit leggy, and your reply was that you made 4 changes today. Bit of a double-party question. Some I imagine enforced, and some maybe just freshen it up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean O'Shea is a big loss. He picked up a really bad dead leg. Should be okay next week though, but obviously Zach picked up his injury last week and with his shoulder, so that was a big miss. And I thought someone like a Zach in there today would have done really well, getting in that sort of half turn, driving at the back line. Listen, we worked hard in midfield. The boys did 100%, but we needed someone just to unlock the back line and just create something. And we didn't really get it first half. In the wide areas, we didn't. Second half, we encouraged Ewan to get the ball and go 1v1. And when we did that, he actually got some joy. And the best chance was probably created on Ewan's side. I think Evan gave it to Ewan. Ewan goes 1v1, gets a really good cross in the box, but we don't lock the back post. So fine margins today. But yeah, I say frustration is a big word because I know the boys can do more and do better. So we have to be better.
Fine margins is absolutely the way to talk about it. And when we actually talk about fine margins, we've played against a team that are in the playoffs. We've lost 1-0 and we've not been at it. And even then, don't want to talk about refereeing. We're certainly not blaming the referee because we would have said it probably first thing. But I thought we should have had a penalty. So that's what you agree with?
Yeah, I get bored of talking about refs, but Ashby is clear. The defenders are defending the wrong side. Ashby goes over. Why would he not cross it or shoot? Yeah. But I was trying to speak to the fourth, but you can't speak to him. But it's really frustrating. I think but we're clutching a little bit.
Yeah.
We are clutching. That's one moment. So it changes the game, definitely. So we need to look at that chance, and we will on the coach. But that is one moment that does change a game. And we know moments change games. Last week was a big moment. Could have got a draw. Could have had a penalty. But we defended okay. They worked the channels really well. They went long. They hit the diagonals. And I thought the boys actually defended really well and didn't really affect us too much. But you switch off and you defend a little bit sluggish. and don't get our body position right, and we don't track runners, and we don't defend properly, you can see goals. And we've conceded a really soft goal in our opinion today. But that's the defending side. We still haven't affected them enough. So yeah, frustrating, disappointed because we came in good spirits, and we've missed a trick today because the boys should beat themselves up, because I believe we could have got at these a lot more and gone and affected them a lot more, but we didn't.
I think the important thing now is making sure it's kind of one of those blips and one-offs, because Saturday against Leamington, they're all massive games, but Leamington of course is another game that we'll be going in to win, and we've got to kind of shrug this one off tonight, haven't we, going into that one, and we've got to make sure that we learn from today and just have that bit of extra 10%.
Yeah, they have to shake it off quickly, but not too quick. I need these boys to hurt, because the staff will hurt. I'll definitely hurt, but the boys need to hurt a little bit, because they need to understand the feeling of it, and just not letting games pass you by. And I thought today, a few players let the game pass by. So we need to watch the video back and look at it back. And it's not down to quality. It's down to appetite, a bit of pride, motivation, and intensity and urgency. Some of the things that we expect from every player. We didn't have that today. If we had that, another 20% each player, we go and win the game. But we don't. So no, hats off to Radcliffe. They've got the 3 points. Respect that fully. But we should have done more to beat them, and we didn't today.
Yeah, fair play. We wish them the best as well as they go over the playoff push. But what you just said there, you talk about appetite. Is that game giving you a bit of food for thought when it comes to selection for Leamington? Because I imagine you'll have a few players knocking at your dressing room door. Well, I imagine they've been doing that anyway.
Yeah, I mean, the last few games have been really positive. We can go back to sort of the Buxton time. Buxton, the Macclesfield, obviously, is a difficult one with the injuries we had, and the injury to Isaac that day really deflated us. But then we have two really solid performances against top of the league teams. Backing it up is a big thing in football, and making sure we're consistent. And today we consistently didn't defend well, and that's where the goal come from. So clean sheet at half time would have been fine. Go down the slope second half, pin them in, which we tried to do, and we did in periods. But you can see the sloppy goal. Good teams, experienced teams, they play the percentage passes, they put you in channels, and they play in your half. But I thought we dealt with it quite well. But we just needed more to go and affect the team today, and we didn't do that.
Massive fair play to the fans for making the trip up here on a Tuesday night. I think 4 or 5 of them did. I saw, which is absolutely brilliant, especially for a rearranged game. But how important is it now? Leamington, it's not too far away. It's one of the closer ones in National League North. How important is it that the fans that do make the journey there get behind the team? It's absolutely massive, isn't it?
100%. The effort and the work rate would always be there. Today we didn't have enough appetite and pride and a bit of quality as well. We didn't have enough, so I think we need to make sure we change that. But the fans come and support us every single week, so big credit to them. They travel up and down the country, and today wasn't the result we wanted. We dominated the ball and all that sort of stuff, but we wanted the 3 points, and we just didn't do enough today. And that's probably sometimes an easy one to look at. We look at personnel, we look at who affected the game enough, who didn't affect the game enough, and who took responsibility. Good thing with today, the VEO, we can watch it back and the camera won't lie. So, I want the boys to reflect quickly. It's got to hurt. I want it to hurt, because come Thursday, we need to be at it again, ready to play Leamington.
Ross, thanks very much for your time.
Cheers.